Dear underclassmen, you're so excited to be a senior, ready for off-campus and college, and just getting out of high school. And who can blame you? We've all been there, when high school looks a million miles long and you feel like you'll never leave. Senior year is amazing. It's freeing. Half the time you don't come to school, and if you do, you're in sweatpants. Really, you're on top of the world. But senior year is bittersweet, and everybody says that, and you just shrug it off, because what do we know, right? Let me tell you what it's like. Your last, first day of school.
Forgot my lanyard, so...
The smells of pencils and notebook paper, of the old classrooms, Vanessa smoothies.
Have a good one, my baby.
The chaos of passing periods. Debating about whether or not you really need to get to first period because you really need those extra minutes of sleep, and if you don't get them, you might die. Never again. This is what it feels like. Your last high school sports game. Front row of the student section all season long, chanting and yelling and face painting. You get to wear your York senior green, and finally, your team loses and you realize, never again. This is what it feels like. Athletes on the field, court, track for the last time. Lacing up your shoes. Pre-game motivation routines. You've never felt more pumped up in your entire life. Now, the court is empty, the field is dark, and the game is over. Never again. This is what it feels like. Your last winter break, celebrating the holidays with your family, your friends. Who knows what you were talking about then, but from now on it will be, how have you been, and what are you up to at insert college here? And I missed you so much. Those quiet nights alone in your room watching Netflix, taking for granted the loved ones less than a few steps away. Never again. This is what it feels like. Everything you've ever known. Quarreling with your siblings. Getting food on a whim with your best friend. Going on adventures to the city. Those people you only talk to in class. Falling into your bed after a night out. Cuddling with your cat while you watch TV. Knowing your way around. Because this is where you've lived your whole life. This is home. This is what you know. This is where you are. Never again. Graduation day. The last time you'll talk to 90% of the people you know. You're all wandering around in emerald green robes and squared off hats, and you know, as you accept that piece of paper that isn't even the actual diploma you've worked 13 years for. Never again. And do you know now that you're alone in the world, and there's a very big, long life ahead of you, and you have to face it head on. And you swear you remember turning 12 like it was yesterday. And are you sure you're 18 yet? Because you don't feel ready to do this just yet, and suddenly you're doing it. So, before you go rushing through it, remember, this is what it feels like. Never again.
Hey, you might want to read this.